Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, or Ojukwu, depending on your location. Please join in the struggle to liberate our people from the contraption. Like and share videos, the updates. Stop this conspiracy of silence. Rise up, challenge federal government to release Kanu. Ojukwu's wife challenges Southeast governors. Now the wife of Dim Chukwuemeka Ojukwu, talking about Ambassador Bianca Ojukwu, has called on the Southeastern governors to work together to ensure that Mazi Kanu is released. Yes. Ojukwu wife made a call during her keynote address at the annual National Conference and Convention of the American Veterans of Igbo Descent, AVID. Now this happens in Dallas, that's Texas, in the United States of America, where Bianca Ojukwu noted that a court of competent jurisdiction had declared Kanu free and wondered why the federal government is still keeping him in detention facility. Alright, now in the address which was released to journalists, alright, Ojukwu's wife decried that Igbo people and their businesses are no longer safe in all parts of Nigeria. That's what she's saying. Now, of course, you know that AVID is a congregation of American citizens, both men and women of Igbo extraction, who are military officers and veterans who have served in various branches of the United States military at different times in different conflicts and at different theaters of war. Now, Ojukwu wife said, only when the leaders in Igbo land rise up, jettison their passive conspiracy of silence, and confront the truth will there be the slightest possibility of healing and recovery from the unfortunate condition which Igbo land currently finds itself in. Of course, they're talking about peace, healing. But this woman is telling them, look, that we must rise against this partisanship, particularly the leaders in the Igbo land. The conspiracy of silence. When Mazi Kanu was abducted, they kept quiet. All of them were afraid to confront the federal government. Now that the court of competent jurisdiction have declared him free from all frivolous charges, of course, October 13, 2022 judgment, alright, declared him free. The governor should have leveraged on that judgment to appeal to the federal government or approach them, confront them, if you like, to do the needful, to release the leader of the IPOB. But all of them were afraid. They were fearful. Okay? Now this woman is saying, these governors should work in synergy to release Mazi Kanu. They should intensify the efforts towards the release of Mazi Kanu. They should mount pressure on the federal government led by Tinubu as it stands now. Look, the woman explained that the nonchalant attitude also brought about the unforeseen consequences that we're experiencing in Igbo land today. That's the nonchalant attitude of these governors and the so-called Igbo political leaders. Yes, talking about the president of AVID, Dr. Sylvester Onia, he stated that the commitment of the organization towards a safe, prosperous, and peaceful Igbo land, that's the homeland. He said they are committed for a safe, prosperous, and peaceful Igbo land. Alright. But he lamented that in the Igbo are anxious about the inability of the Nigerian government to secure the release, to secure lives, properties, and investments in their states of residence and businesses in other parts of the country. Yes. He also called on the federal government to release Mazi Kanu from detention facility. That is what he said. And again, he finally expressed the organization's concerns about the current hardship being experienced by Nigerians as a whole. Majorly, the marginalization and insecurity in Igbo land that had been exacerbated by anti-people policies. He said, these have caused nothing but suffering and a heightened sense of helplessness among the people. Alright, so the governors have been charged by this woman, Bianca Ojukwu, far away United States of America. They are inviting the governors to do the right thing. Stop being cowards and take up their responsibilities as governors and chief security officers of their state. But unfortunately, most of them are the chief insecurity officers of their various states. All right, like the one we have in Imo here. So they have, shown themselves to be cowards. Talking about the present situation we have found ourselves in, particularly the Igbos. These governors have failed to live up to the bidding, to the expectations of the people. Of course, there's no one who, most of them were not elected. They either entered into that place through the back door, some of them through the Supreme Court, some through the ballot snatching and irregularities during the electoral process. So, but this woman, ambassador, yes, she's a former ambassador of Nigeria to Spain, this Bianca Ojukwu. She has said it emphatically. The Southeast governors go and release Kanu for peace and healing to take place. Don't come and talk of, sit at home should stop. Whereas you know what's caused the sit at home. That's what the woman is saying. The woman didn't mention of any sit at home. Of course, you have seen what she said. She was talking about the release of Kanu based on court judgment. Court judgment. She's referring to that court judgment. Of course, that is the leverage. But the governors from the Eastern region have failed to understand, realize this, so that they will stamp the authority on that and demand ferociously for the release of their own brother. If you go to Southwest, you know what happened there. Igbo, we are protected. You see how men stood up. Even Obasanjo paid a visit in Benin. All right? You talk about the likes of Wole Soyinka also. He paid visits. So, men were actually trying to protect him. It is their own. Governors protected him. We saw it in Southwest. In the northern states, see what they have been doing. Even the bandits, the Boko Haram, they are protecting them. They are criminal elements, yet they are protecting them. Now you talk about someone who did nothing wrong. He's a man who obeys the law of the land. He's a civil person. Someone who is noble in his profession. A man of honor and dignity, international person. He's not hiding. Nobody declared him wanted for anything. And so, but the Southeastern governors are still afraid to stand up for him in a critical moment like this. So it's a thing of food. It's a disappointment to all of us here. So, but Bianca Ojukwu has waded into it, and he said they should rise up to the occasion. This is a critical moment. The Southeast is witnessing insecurity, and we must find a solution to it. And the woman has provided her own solution. Said, governors, rise up, go and release this man. That is the solution. Please do not seek for solution anywhere. The solution is within your ambit. You visit Tinubu every time. Talk to him. Tell him to release Kanu. That's the solution. Peace will return. This is coming from Bianca Ojukwu, the wife of Dim Ojukwu. All right. She speaks from the United States of America.